Hello everyone. In previous lecture you had learned what are set and how to represent the set in roster method and in set builder method. Now today you will learn how many types of sets are there. So let's begin our class. So today's topic is how many types of sets are there. So types of set we will study first. So first type of set is finite set. First of all we will study what are finite sets. So finite sets are those whose elements we can easily count, whose elements or member we can easily count, then such sets are called finite sets. So let's take few examples. Suppose I had written here a set. A set is 1 2 3. So we can easily count how many members are there. There are 3 members, 1 2 and 3. So we can easily count. That's why this is it is a finite set. Take one more example. Set B 1 2 till 50 I had written. I had started from 1, but last number I had taken here 50. So I know the starting also and I know the end also, where this series will start and where this series will get, and both the things I know. That's why I can easily count how many numbers are there. So we will say that it is a finite set. Now second one is infinite set. Infinite set are those whose elements or members we cannot count. So such sets are called infinite set. Suppose I had written a set is 1 2 3 and so on. So on means this series will goes on further. That means we don't know where this series will get, and so there are lot of numbers but we don't know where this series will get end. So we will say that this set is infinite set. Take one more example. Let's say B set is given 0 1 2 and so on. We don't know where this series will get end, and here also dash 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 is there. That means we don't know where this series is starting. We don't know the beginning also, we don't know the end also. That's why we will say that it is infinite set, because we will not be able to count the member of these sets. So these two types of sets are called infinite set, where we will not be able to count the members of the sets, and these two types of sets are called finite set, where we can easily count the members of the sets. Now third type is empty set. Third type is empty set. The set in which no element will be there, that means that set will called empty set. Suppose I had written here a set. A set is empty bracket. Empty bracket means no element is there. That's why we will call this is an empty set. So those set in which no element will be there, then such sets are called empty set. And then how we will represent this empty set. To represent the empty set, either we have to use curl bracket, and inside this we will not write anything because it is empty set. That means no element will be there. So to represent the empty set, either we have to use empty bracket or we can use this symbol phi. This is also called empty set, or we will call it null set. What we call null set or empty set. So to represent the empty set, we have to use either this empty bracket or we can use this phi symbol. We will call this null set. Now fourth one is singleton set. Fourth one is singleton set. Fourth type singleton set. Singleton set means the set in which only one element will be there, then we will call such sets as singleton set. So let's say I had written a set. A set is 1. So how many elements are there? Only one element is there. That's why we will call this that A set is a singleton set. Now fifth type is pair set. Pair set. Pair means 2. So those sets in which 2 elements will be there, we will call it pair set. Example is A set. A set is 1 and 2. So how many elements are there? 2 elements are there. That's why we will call it is a pair set. Next, sixth one is universal set. Universal set. To denote universal set, we have to use either capital U or we will use this symbol. So these two symbols we have to use to represent universal set. So what is universal set? So universal sets are those from which we have to select the value or we have to choose the value of the given set. Suppose I had given universal set is 1, 2, 3 up to 10 numbers I had written in the universal set, and I had given you one more set, A set. A set is x such that x belongs to natural number and x are multiple of 3. So what is the question? One universal set is given. Universal set is 1, 2, 3 up to 10, and one more set I had given A. A set is x belongs to natural number and x are multiple of 3. So in this A set we have to write multiple of 3, and we know very well which numbers are multiple of 3. 0, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 and so on. Lots of number are there which are coming in a multiple of in a table of 3. But in this question, in such questions, what we have to do, universal set is given. Universal means for A answer we have to choose the values which are coming in the universal. So what is universal set? Universal set is the set from which we have to select the values of this given set. We have to choose the value of this given set. So multiple of 3 we have to choose from here. So what we have to write? We have to write multiple of 3 and natural numbers. Natural means we will not take 0, and we have to select all the answer of this from universal set. So which numbers are coming that are in a table of 3? Here we will get 3 number. Here we will get 6 also. Here we will get 9 also. But here in the universal we will not get 12. In a table of 3. What we have to write? Multiple of 3. Multiple of 3 means table of 3. So in a table of 3, 12 is also coming. But in universal set, only 1 to 10 numbers are there. So from these numbers we have to select the answer of A. That means 3 is coming in this, 6 is coming and 9. So multiple of 3's are 3, 6 and 9. So this is the answer of A set. So what is universal set? Is it clear? Universal set is a set from which we have to select the values of the given set. Now next. Now next topic is cardinal number. How to write the cardinal number? Suppose this set is given set A. So to represent cardinal number we have to show like this. Cardinal number means small n. Cardinal number of A set, so A should be capital. So cardinal number of A is equal to how many elements are there? 2 elements are there. So we have to write cardinal number of A is equal to 2. But don't put this 2 inside the curly bracket. If you will write this like this, then this will be wrong. So in order to write cardinal number of A, we have to simply write 2. So this is the cardinal number. So in order to write cardinal number, what we have to do? We have to simply count the elements of the set. How many are there? Now sixth one is universal set. That is already over. Now seventh one is equivalent set. Equivalent. In equivalent set, what do you have to do? Suppose 2 sets are given, A set and B set. In A it is written 1, 2 and 3, and in B it is written 4, 5 and 6. For equivalent set, what you have to do? First of all, you have to find cardinal number. So first of all we will find cardinal number of A. How many elements are there in this A set? 1, 2, 3. So we will write here cardinal number of A is equal to 3. Now we will find cardinal number of B. Cardinal number of B is equal to 3. Now what we will observe here? Cardinal number of A and B are same. So what you have to write? Cardinal number of A is equal to cardinal number of B. So A and B are equivalent set. So what are equivalent set? Equivalent sets are those whose cardinal numbers are same. As we had done here, A set is 1, 2, 3, B set is 4, 5, 6. Cardinal number of both are 3. That means their cardinal numbers are same. So we will say A and B are equivalent set. Now to represent equivalent set we have to use the symbol. What symbol we have to use? Like this we have to put A is equivalent to B. This is the symbol for equivalent set. Now eighth type. Eighth type is equal set. In equal set, all the elements of A set and B set should be same. Suppose A set is given 1, 2 and 3 and B set also 1, 2 and 3. So all the elements of A and B are same. So we will call such sets as equal set. And how we will represent it? We will represent it as A is equal to B. So like this you have to represent for equal set. Here we will not count the elements. Cardinal number we will not take. Here we will take the elements. So here elements are 1, 2 and 3. Here also elements are 1, 2 and 3. Both the sets are having same elements. That's why this is called, these two sets are called equal set. So next one is subset. Next type is subset. Suppose I had given here A set. A set is 1, 2 and 3. B set I had given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what we will observe here, all the elements of A, that means 1, 2 and 3 are coming in B also. 1, 2 and 3. But B set is having extra elements. Which extra elements this B set is having? 4 and 5. So all the elements of A are in B set. So we will call it A is subset of B. Why A is subset of B? Why we are not writing B is a subset of A? The reason is that A elements are coming inside B. B elements are not coming inside A. That's why we are not writing B is subset of A. A elements are inside B. That means A is subset of B. So how we have to represent this subset? To represent the subset we have to use symbol like this. A is subset of B. This is the symbol for subset. So how we will read it? We will read it A is a subset of B. One more type of set is there. This is subset. Next one is superset. Next one is superset. What is superset? Let's take this example only. Same one. A elements are 1, 2 and 3. B elements are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what we had observed? These all numbers are coming in B. So what we had said? We had said that A is subset of B. But here in this case B are having two extra one. That means B is large subset. In this B more elements are there. That means B is super. Means strong. You can say in common language it is strong and this is weak. Because here more elements are there, more numbers. That means this B set will be stronger, and this A set, it is having less number of elements, and we will call that this A set is a weaker set. So which one is strong here? B, because here in this two elements are extra. So we will call that B is superset. Super means stronger, you can say. So superset is the set in which extra elements will be there, then that set will be called superset. So from this example we will call that B is a superset of A. If we will speak subset, then how we have to read? We have to read like this: A is subset of B, but B are having extra elements, B set is having extra element, so we will call it B is the superset. So how we will write it? B is superset of A. So like this you have to represent superset. Now we will solve some questions. So let's see this question. This is an example of your textbook. Question is, write all the subset of A set. A set is given and A set is 1, 2, 3, 4. How many elements are there? 4 elements are there, and he is saying we have to write all the subsets. So to write the subset, first of all you have to remember how many subsets we have to write. First of all you have to find the number of subsets. How many subsets in this question we have to write? For that you have to remember one formula for finding the number of subsets. You have to remember one formula. Formula is 2 raised to the power Na. Na is cardinal number of A set. Cardinal number of A. So how many elements are there in this A set? 4. So cardinal number of A will be 4. That means formula for finding the number of subsets is 2 raised to the power Na. That means 2 raised to the power 4. Now we will multiply it 4 times. 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8, 8 to the 16. So that means total number of subsets will be 16. So like this you have to find how many subsets we have to write. So in this question how many subsets we have to write? 16 subsets we have to write. Now we will start writing. So first of all we have to write phi or null set. This is the first subset of any set. This is common. This we have to take in every question in which he will ask how write the subset of given set. So first subset will be phi. Now second subset will be single number we have to take. First of all we will take 1. Then single number we will take 2. Then 3. Then 4. Single number. So first subset will be phi. Then after that we have to take single number 1 1. So 1 2 3 4. Separate we will take. Now we will take 2 numbers. 2 numbers. For 2 numbers what you have to do? First of all you have to fix 1. First of all we will fix 1. With 1 we will take 2. This is the first. Again we will fix 1. With 1 we will take 3. After that with 1 we will take 4. In the same way we will fix 2 now. Now we will fix 2. So 2 we will fix, with 2 we will take 3. Then after that with 2 we will take 4. So that means 2 3 and 2 4. Now after that here we had fixed 2. What we had fixed here? 2. Now what we will fix? We will fix 3. With 3 we will take 4. With 3 we will take 4. With 3 we will not take 1. With 3 we will not take 2. Why we will not take 2? If we will take 3 and 1, it is already written here. See, you can check here. This is 3 and 1. If we will take 2 also with 3, that means 3 comma 2. So we had already written here. These are 3 and 2 only. So that's why we will not take 3 with 1 and 3 with 2. We will take 3 and 4 only. So first of all what we had done? We had written here phi symbol. Then we had taken 1 1 number. Then we had taken 2 2 number. For 2 2 number, first of all you have to fix 1. Then after that you have to fix 2. Then after that you have to fix 3. Now 2 2 pairs are over. Now we will take 3 3. For 3 what you have to do? First of all we will take 1. 1 we will fix. We had fixed here 1. Okay, we will not touch it, we will fix it. Its place is fixed, that means we have to take it on first place. Now 2 pairs we had already done, now we have to write 3 numbers. For 3 we will fix 2 also. With 2 we will take 3. Next one is fixed. With 2, first of all we have taken 3, now we will take 4. Okay, now here 1 is fixed and 2 is fixed. Now this time 1, now we will not take 2, now we will take 3. 1, 3 and 4. So here also how many numbers we have written? 3 numbers. So what we have done here in 3 numbers, first of all we had fixed first one. This one we had fixed, we will take in every number. Then we had fixed 2 also. When we will fix 2 here and here, what are the remaining numbers? 3 and 4 are remaining. So here we will take 3 and here we will take 4. Now after that 1 is fixed. Now 2 we have to remove. Instead of 2 we will take 3. So 1, 3 and 4. 1, 3 and 4. Now here we had fixed 1 on the first place. Now leave this one. Now we will take 2. With 2 on the first place, we will take 3 and 4. Now we will count it how many subsets we had written. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 are over, but total number of subsets are 16. That means one more is remaining. So at last what you have to do, at last you have to take this whole set. Whole set we will take, that means 1, 2, 3 and 4. This is your final answer. So like this you have to do this example, and this example is the same as question number 7 of your textbook. This example is same as question number 7. So question number 7, all the 3 parts you have to do like this only. So first of all what you have to do, first of all we will find the number of subsets. To find the number of subset, what we have to do, we have to use this formula 2 raised to the power na. Na means cardinal number of a. So cardinal number of a is 4, that's why we have taken here 2 raised to the power 4. That means answer is 16. So we have to write 16 subset. So first subset will be 5. Then after that we have to take single number. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then after that we have to take 2 numbers. For 2 numbers, first of all we will fix 1. When we will fix 1, we have to take 1 with 2, 1 with 3 and 1 with 4. Now after that we will fix 2. When we will fix 2, we will not go back, we will go forward only. 2 with 3 and 2 with 4. So here we have written here 2, 3 and 2, 4. Then after that we will take 3 and 4. So double numbers we have written. After that we will take 3 numbers. So when we will write 3 numbers, we have to do like this. First of all we will fix 1. With 1 we will fix 2 also. So 1 and 2 we will fix. 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 4. Then after that 1, 2 we will not take. 1, 3, 4. Then after that 1 we will leave. 2, 3, 4 we will take. So like this you have to do this question. Now see question number first of your textbook. Question number first is, state whether it is a finite set or infinite set. So question is set of numbers which are factor of 32. Factors of 32 means those number which will divide this 32. So first factor is 1. 1 will divide 32. How many times it will divide 32? 32 times. 1 into 32 is equal to 32. That means 1 will divide this 32 and 32 will also divide this 32 number. So both are the factors. In a table of 2 also this 32 is coming. So that means 2 is a factor of 32 because 2 will divide this 32. How many times this 32 will get divided with 2? 16 times. 2 16 ja 32. That means 16 is also a factor. Now in a table of 3, this 32 will not come in a table of 3. That means 3 is not a factor. In a table of 4, yes, it will get divided with the table of 4. 4 8 ja 32. That's why we will write here 4 is also a factor and 8 is also a factor. Then after 4, 5. It is not divisible by 5. Then after that 6. It is not divisible by 6. then 7, not divisible by 7 also, then 8, 8 4 ja 32, but 8 we had already taken, that means all the factors are over now. So how many elements are there? We can easily count 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. How many elements are coming? 6 elements are coming. That means it is a finite set. Why it is finite set? Because we can easily count it how many elements are coming. Now see this one, fifth part is b is equal to x such that x is equal to 3n plus 1, n belong to natural number, n is less than equal to 20. So this is the question. In the b set we have to find the value of x. This statement we will use. Here one equation is given. In the b, what is written before such that? You have to stack it. This is the such that symbol. Before such that, what is written? X. That means in the b set we have to write the value of x. And in order to find the value of x, we have to use this equation. What is the equation? Equation is x is equal to 3n plus 1. That means x value depend on n. The value of x is depending on the n alphabet. And what is n? N belongs to capital N. Capital N means natural number. So that means n values we have to put natural number. Natural number starts from 1. And here it is written n is less than equal to 20. So first of all we will write the value of n. What are n? N are natural number, and we have to write all the natural number which are less than equal to 20. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, like that we will write up to 20 we will write. 20 also we will take because equal sign is there, that's why we will take 20 also. So value of n are 1, 2, 3 up to 20. So these are the values of n. These all values of n we will put inside this equation here. So value of n are finite. We can easily count how many values of n are there. So if we will put 3 values of n here, we will get 3 answer. If we will put 5 values of n here in this equation, we will get 5 answer. But how many values of n are there? 20 values of n are there. Those all 20 values we will put here in this equation. Answer of x will also be 20. We will got how many answer? 20 answer we will got. So it is very clear that value of n are 20. So answers of x will also be 20. That means this is a finite set. So what you will write? Here you have to write value of n are finite. Values of n are finite. Therefore value of x will also be finite. So it is infinite. So it is a finite set. Why it is finite set? Is it clear? Because here n values of n are finite. How many values of n are there? 20 values of n are there. Those are 20 values we will put here in this equation. And x answers, how many x answers we will get? We will get 20 answers. That means we know how many answers are coming. 20 answers are coming. That means how many elements will be there in this set? In this set 20 elements will be there. That means it is a finite set. So like this you have to do the remaining part of this question number first. Now see question number 3. In this question universal set is given. Universal set is 1, 2, 3 up to 15. P set is also given, but this is the set builder form. So first of all we have to change in tabular form. So we will solve this equation first. In the P we have to write the value of x. What is written here? Before such that. This is the symbol of, this is the sign of such that. So before such that what is written? X. That means in the P we have to write the answer of x. X is equal to n squared. So this equation is given. We have to use this equation. Equation is x is equal to n square. And here it is written x belongs to natural number. So value of n should be natural number. So first of all we will put here, this is n. Small n belongs to natural number. So first of all we have to put n is equal to 1. N means natural number. So small n value we have to write all the natural numbers. So first of all we will put n is equal to 1. So here we will put n is equal to 1. So x is equal to 1 square. That means x is equal to 1 square means 1 multiply 1. Answer will be 1. Similarly we will put n is equal to 2. So here we will put n value 2. So answer will be x is equal to 2 square. That means 4. Now we will put n is equal to 3. Here we have to put n is equal to 3. So x is equal to n means 3. 3 square. 3 square is equal to 9. In the same way we will put n is equal to 4. N is equal to 4. So here we have to put n is equal to 4. So answer will be x is equal to n. Instead of n, 4 square. That means 16. Now in the P set we have to write the value of x. Answers of x are x is equal to 1. X is equal to 4. Here we are getting x is equal to 4. On solving this we got x is equal to 9. And here we got x is equal to 16. These all are the answer of x. And in the P we have to write x only. Now universal set is given. What is universal set? Universal set is a set from which we have to select all the values, or we have to choose all the values of every given set. So for P set also we have to choose the values from this universal set only. Universal set is 1 to 15. That means we will not take answer which are outside this universal set. So x answer 1 is coming in this, x answer 4 is also coming in this, x answer 9 it will be there in this, x is equal to 16 we will not get here in the universal set, so we will not take this answer. X is equal to 16. So final answer of P set will be P is equal to 1. First answer of x is 1, 4, 9. So like this you have to solve for P set. Now next is Q set. Q set is given. These all work you have to show. This calculation you have to show. This is not the rough work. So you have to show in your notebook. Now space is not there, that's why I am rubbing it. You have to show in the notebook. So P answer we got. P answer is 1, 4 and 9. Now we will take this equation Q set. Q set is given x such that x is equal to 2 power n and n belongs to w. W means whole number. So n values we have to take whole number. So Q set, here it is written before such that x is written. That means in the Q we have to write x answer. For x we have to take the help of this formula. Formula is x is equal to 2 power n. And what is this n? N is the whole number. So we will put here, put n is equal to whole number. First whole number is 0. So we will put n is equal to 0. So x is equal to 2 power n. N means 0. If in the power 0 will be there, final answer of this will be 1. You have to remember it. If in the any number power 0 will be there, here it is 2. If instead of 2 3 will be there and in the power 0 will be there, then also answer will be 1. So in the power 0 will be there, final answer will be 1. Now we will put n is equal to, first of all we had put here n is equal to 0. Now we will put n is equal to 1. So here equation is x is equal to 2 power n. So here we have to put n value 1. So x is equal to 2 power 1. 2 power is 1. So final answer will be 2. Now we will put n is equal to 2. In this formula we have to put n is equal to 2. So x is equal to 2 power n is there. Instead of n we will take 2. Final answer will be 4. Now put n is equal to 3 whole number, n belongs to whole number. So first n value 0, second n value 1, next one n value 2. Now we will put 3. Formula is x is equal to 2 power n, that means 2 power 3. Answer will be 2 multiply 2 multiply 2, that means 8. Now put n is equal to 4. So here we have to put n is equal to 4, that means x is equal to 2 power 4. That means 4 times we have to multiply. 2 multiply 2 multiply 2 multiply 2. Answer will be 16. So this x answer 16 is not coming in the universal set. So we will not take this answer. X answer 8, x answer 4, x answer 2 and x answer 1. These all answers we have to take in Q. So final answer of Q is 1, 2, 4 and 8. I am rubbing it. You have to show this work in your notebook. So here I will write Q answer is 1, 2, 4 and 8. So Q answer we got, P answer also we got, and universal answer is already given in the question. Now we will solve this. Write the set P and Q in tabular form. This is the tabular form of P and tabular form of Q also he is asking. This is the tabular form of Q. So first part is over. Now what is said? And find the cardinal number. We have to write cardinal number of P also and cardinal number of Q. So cardinal number of P. How many elements are there? 3. So is equal to 3. Now cardinal number of Q. In the Q, how many elements are there? 4. So cardinal number of Q will be 4. So like this you have to do question number 3. Now come to question number 4. Question number 4 is R is equal to letters of word apple. So this is the set builder form. First of all we have to solve it and we have to write in tabular form. So R is equal to letters of word apple. Which letters are coming here? A letter is coming. P is coming 2 times. So we have to write only 1 time. P, L and E. Now S we have to write. What is S? Letters of the word pale. Which letter are coming? P is coming. A, L, E. These 4 letters are coming in S. Now find the cardinality of set R and S. We have to write the cardinality. Cardinality means we have to write cardinal number. So cardinal number of R, how much? A, 1, 2, 3, 4. A, P, L, E means how many are there? 4 elements are there. So we have to write cardinal number of R is 4 and cardinal number of S 1, 2, 3, 4. This is also 4. So till here we are finished. Now what is the question? R set and S set are equivalent set. Equivalent set is asking. For equivalent you have to see the cardinal number. Cardinal number of R is 4. Cardinal number of S is also 4. So you have to write NR is equal to NS. Cardinal number of R is equal to cardinal number of S. So we will say that R is equivalent to S. This is the symbol of equivalent. So we will say R set is equivalent to S set. Why these two sets are equivalent? Because the cardinal number of these two sets are same. Now what is asked? One more part is there. R set and S set are equal set. He is asking, are these two sets equal? For equal you have to check members. We will not count the members. We will check the members. So R member is A, P, L, E. S member A, P, L, E. Here also A, P, L, E and here also A, P, L, E. All are same. So we will say that yes, R and S are equal set. So like this you have to do part number second also. This is the part number first. You have to do second part also in the same way. Now see question number 5. Question is state true or false. and first part is 2 5. This is the set, one set is given. In the set elements are 2 and 5. This is the sign of subset. So he is saying this one is the subset of this. If these elements will be there in this set, then that will be true, otherwise it will be false. Subset means, suppose this is the set A and this is the set B. So he is saying A is a subset of B. When A will be the subset of B? If elements of A are in B, then we can say A is the subset of B. Now check it, element of A, 2 and 5. Are these two numbers coming in this? 2 and 5. Yes, both are coming. That's why you can say that this is true. This statement is true. Why this statement is true? Because both the elements of A set are coming in B. Now see this question. So part number 6. PQR. Subset sign is there. This is not solved. We have to solve it. This is the set builder form. We have to write in roster form. So small letters of English alphabet. In this we have to write all the small letters of English alphabet. Small letters, small a, small b, small c till x, y, z. Last one will be z. Now we have to check, are these three elements P, Q and R, whether they are coming in this or not. Here all the alphabets are there, small alphabets, and here PQR. These three will be definitely there in the full English alphabet series. So that means this one is also true. Now 7th part. X such that X is a prime number. We have to write prime number. Prime numbers are those which are coming in a table of 1 or in a table of itself. So we have to write prime number between 10 and 20. So prime numbers between 10 and 20, 11. 11 is coming in a table of 1 or itself. 13, 17, 19. These are 4 prime number which are coming between 10 and 20. Subset sign. X such that X is odd number. Odd numbers are those which are not coming in a table of 2. And we have to write between 12 and 25, and equal sign is there. That means we can take 12 also, but we have to write odd number. So 12 is not the odd number, 12 is even number. So we will not take 12, we will take 13, 15, 17, 19, 21, 23. 25 we will not take because here equal sign is not there. That's why we will not take here 25. So these all are odd number between 12 and 25, and these are the prime number which are not coming in a table of which are coming in a table of 1 or itself. Now we have to check this sign. What is this? This is the subset sign. Subset means these all members are coming in this. We have to check. 11 is coming? No. First element is not coming. Then that means this statement is false. No need to check other members. Why? Because first element is not coming. So no need to check further. That means this statement is false. Because for subset, all these numbers should be inside this set. Then only we can say that this one is a subset of this. So like this you have to do the remaining parts of question number 5. Now come to question number 8. Question number 8. 7th question I had already explained. Now we will start question number 8. So question number 8 is P is equal to letters of word 1. So this is the set builder form. First of all we have to write roster form. So here I had written P is equal to O, N and E. These 3 letters are coming. Similarly for Q I had written letters of word none. So N, O and E. These 3 letters are coming. N is coming 2 times, but we have to write only 1 time. R letters of word gone. So here I had written G is coming, O, N and E. Now we have to say true or false. First part is P is proper subset of Q. This symbol is called proper subset. So for proper subset, what you have to remember, suppose I have taken A set 1, 2 and 3 and B set I have taken 1, 2, 3, 4. So for proper subset you have to remember all the elements of A should come in B, but B should have at least one element that is not coming in the A. At least one. Two can also be there. Two can also be there. At least one means minimum one. Maximum will be anything. So A 1 2 3, B 1 2 3 4 5. All the elements of A are coming in B, but B has two elements which are not coming in A. That's why we will call A is proper subset of B. In the same way we have to check here also. So P is proper subset of Q. That means all the elements of P should be in Q. But Q must have at least one element which is not coming in the P. So we will check P, O, N, E, Q, O, N, E. All the elements of P, O, N, E are coming in here, Q also, O, N, E. But in the Q, no element is extra. Here, no element is extra. So we will not say that P is the proper subset of Q. That means this statement is false. So now we will see second part. Second part is Q proper subset R. Q is the proper subset of R. That means all the element of Q should be in R, but R must have at least one extra element. So Q, O, N and E. Three elements are there. R, G, O, N, E. That means Q proper subset R means these three elements of Q are coming in the R. But in the R, G is also coming, which is not in the Q. That means this statement is true. We will say that it is the proper subset of R. Third part. P is the subset of R. This is not the proper subset. This is subset. So what you have to check? P is the proper subset of R means all the elements of P should be coming in the R. Only this much you have to check. We will not check any extra number. We have to check whether P elements are coming in the R or not. P, O, N, E. R, here also O, N, E are coming. That means this statement is true. Now fourth part. P proper subset R. P is the proper subset of R. This is not the subset, this is proper subset. That means all the P elements should be in R. And R must have at least one extra element. P and R. P, O, N, E. These three numbers should come in R, O, N, E. They are coming. But in the R, G is also coming, which is not coming in P. That means this statement is true. Fifth. P equal Q. P equal Q. Equal, in equal set what we have to do? We have to check whether P elements and Q elements are same or not. P, O, N, E, Q, O, N, E, all are same. That means this statement is true. This statement is true. Now sixth part. Q equal R. Q equal R means all the elements of Q and R must be same. In the Q, O, N, E, and in R, G, O, N, E. All are same? No. Here 3 are coming, here 4 are coming. Where is G? G is not there in Q. That means this statement is false. So we have to write here this one is false. So like this you have to do exercise first B.